Hello out there, all of my fellow believers in Yeshua. This is one of the watchmen from Following Yeshua Ministries at www.followingjesus.com. Well, today I wanted to take a moment out to help all of those who do not understand or see that the signs of the end is here that are in the book of Revelation and in the New Testament. And the signs in the skies has already started as of 4/15/2014. I would like to help explain the significance of the four blood moons, or else the tetrads, and what they mean for all of us biblically. Well, when four consecutive lunar eclipses are all total eclipses, the series is called a tetrad. Now, the last time we had these four blood moon tetrads, it was actually 3 times in the last 500 years. From 1493 to 94, it was with the fall of Spain. And at this point, the Jews were expelled. And Columbus discovered America, the infant nation. And in 1949 to 50, it follows Israel with the declaration of them being their own nation. And then in 1967 through 1968, once again with the 6-Day War. The 6-Day War, Jerusalem was restored. Now, the past blood moons that had happened with those situations were signs in the skies coming to us before the situations occurred. Now, with the signs in heaven pointing to the day of the Lord and to also Yeshua's return. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons, and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And this is in Genesis chapter 1, verse 14 through 15. So you see, he said to look for the signs in the skies. Now, these are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. And that is from Leviticus chapter 23, verse 4. Now, I want to show you this. As you can see in the picture right here, all these events from 2013 coming up till September of 2015, you could see that all of these signs happening fall on the Lord's feast days, his high holy days, starting with the Hanukkah comet all the way to the Feast of Tabernacle, September of 2015. And as some of us already know, there have been and will be amazing celestial events coming in 2015. There are 2 sets of lunar and solar eclipses that have and will happen on our near Jewish feast day. Now, these have been lunar, and there have been the lunar eclipses that had happened and will happen on April 15th and October 8th of 2014. Now, the ones that will be coming will be on April 4th and September 28th in 2015, this year. Now, what makes these so amazing is that in both of these years, the spring eclipses have and will come on Passover, and the fall ones will come on the Feast of Tabernacles, which is the day we're tabernacling with Yeshua. That's why we all must understand about keeping and observing the Lord's high holy feast days, which were spoken of in Leviticus chapter 23. They never got voided with the new covenant of Yeshua, because as you can see, if you look in the New Testament, you will see that the apostles continued after Yeshua with these holy convocations and observing these high holy days. Not these pagan days of Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, any of these things, Easter, Good Friday, none of this stuff. Valentine's Day, none of these things. And like I said, check the Bible and read it for yourself, because we all must seek ourselves. We must test these things and have a true relationship with Yahweh. Now, prior to the 1900s, back to what we were saying, no tetrads of eclipses had occurred on the biblical feast days in either the 1800s, the 1700s, back to the 1600s, or even the 1500s. The only place you can find them is if you go all the way back to 1493 and 1494 with Christopher Columbus' discovery of America, when he discovered America. Now in 1492, it was the same year that the Jews were expelled from Spain, and Columbus amazingly discovered America, which is home today for more than 5 million Jews outside of Israel. It's like Mordecai said to Esther, help will come in another way, and America was blessed by Yahweh. More importantly, we believe that America's purpose was to protect Israel and offer a safe haven for the Jewish people. Now, as of 2014, in the year 2015, which is now a tetrad of blood moons, will have and already fell and will fall on biblical feast days. And this one is the Feast of Passover and of Tabernacles. Then not again, if anything, till the year 2629 and 2630. So these rear signs in the sky match the right amount of time of the 7 years from the Feast of Trumpets to the Day of Atonement. 2,550 days, 7 years later, the last day of this age. Now, all four of them coincide with a major Jewish feast day. Even more extraordinary is that they will fall, and there will be a full, I'm saying a full solar eclipse in the middle on March 21st of this year, 2015, which will be Nisan 1, 5775. The first sign of the blood moons was with the crucifixion, as I will show you with this image right here. As you can see, on April 14, 32 AD, the Jewish Passover was the start of it. And the ending of it was September 27, 33 AD, with the Feast of Tabernacle. Now, if you look at this picture compared to this one, you will see that it's amazing how these things coincide with each other, just looking at it. It ended before 33 AD on the Feast of Tabernacle with the blood moon. And right here, the blood moon, coming up on September 28th of 2015, falling on the Feast of Tabernacle with the lunar eclipse. Amazing, right? Exactly. Passover right here. The one before that was April of 33 AD, falling on Passover. And then the one for this year is Passover prior to the last one, 2015. So it's as he said, if we look to the firmament and look to the skies, we could see these signs. He's not trying to hide anything. He puts everything in plain form in front of us. He doesn't try to deceive us like Satan with false hopes and false dreams. And it says, and look at the days of each blood moon from the crucifixion. And for 2014, they all line up perfectly. And each compared to the other is but what? Some of them right here, only a day apart. For example, April 14th, 32 AD. And now we look at it as April 15th, 2014. So the last sign of the blood moons, and keep this, I'm going to make this a special note for you. The 14th of April 2014, Jewish Passover, and also the 8th of October. On 2014, it was the Sukkot lunar eclipses. And they took place on the same exact date as did they in 70 AD at the Jewish Passover in Sukkot. Now the Feast of Tabernacles, lunar eclipses which occurred when the Roman army destroyed the second Jewish temple in Masada military fortress, effectively ending over 1,000 years of the Jewish rule in the nation of Israel. Now remember that in Acts chapter 2 verse 20, it says, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the coming of the great and awesome day of the Lord. Now this is the day of the Lord. This isn't the second coming of Yeshua. And it says in Acts chapter 2 verse 21, and it shall come to pass that whoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. That's why we need to repent and come right to the Lord right now. We need to seek a true relationship and ask him to come into our life and show us the truth and show us these things. That's why us here, the Watchmen of Following Yeshua Ministries, is trying to help the whole world see and not be deceived anymore, because this is what Yeshua told us to watch out for. He told us we will all be deceived if we allow it to come. He said, do not be deceived. Many will come in my name. And that's what the world has done. Many come and been preaching the wrong message. That's why these churches do these things. They're not of true faith. And if you're not reading, you're just taking on what they say. You don't seek these things for yourself. You will easily be deceived. That's why he said to read his words, his true gospel, and understand these things. King James Version, not these new other versions that try to take things out and put things in there which are not true of the Lord. So seek the truth, everybody. You don't want to be left behind. You do not want to be left behind. Now, in the Old Testament, the prophet Joel states that the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day, the judgment of the Lord, come. Now, the first of the blood moons took effect on April 15, 2014, and Jesus declared the sun, moon, and stars would give signs before his second coming. And in Luke chapter 21, verse 25 to 28, it says, and there will be signs in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars, and on the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, 26 men's hearts failing them from fear and expectation of those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Verse 27, then they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with the power and a great glory. 28, now when these things begin to happen, look up and lift up your heads before your redemption draws near. Jesus then gave a warning in Luke chapter 21, verse 36. Watch therefore and pray always, that you may be counted worthy to escape all of these things that will come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. www.followingjesuschurch.com would love to help you through repentance and relationship with the Lord, and seek it. Everything, open up to him and accept him, and just release yourself to him and let him live inside of you and you inside of him, and be blessed with his true spirit. Not this out there that people have. They believe that they have his true spirit, but it's not. With Satan's spirit, his demonic spirits that are inside of you. You're letting his demons and work inside of you and just deceive the world. You just have to stop being deceived and understand the truth and seek the truth. Yahweh, if you come to him, I will come to you. He's never rejected himself. All you have to do is knock and he will answer. But seek, and you have to come to him. You can't be sinning in this world. You want to be blessed by him and accepted to his wedding feast. Join him and let us help you with a restored relationship towards him. Please, it's the time right now. Watch for these things. Know of these things. Stop being deceived by the world.